All right. Well, it was good. A good response. I thought we had the 3 days of practice really helped us out. I think we got Omaha is a little worn down. They've been on the road 5 games, so. I think they'll win some games in the league, and I think they'll do pretty well. But you're on the road. You're losing one of your guys. And we came out. It was good 3 weekdays of practice for us. I think we learned from some things. The double team, which we saw again tonight in the post, we played better against it. We got back to what we were supposed to do, and that was disappointing to see in the last game. But I think we learned from it. So good thing for us. Passing was very good. The 26 assists, and especially early, and it set the tone for us. But a good performance all around. Good balance. Able to play some guys. Obviously, Alex was hurt. I didn't realize how hurt he was. His foot's still a little bit swollen. So we'll see how it goes. We'll take tomorrow off because we have to, and we'll see how he feels on Wednesday, I guess, before we leave for Florida. So Jalen played well. It was good to see him get going. Again, the 3 practices this week really helped him. I think it's the first time he's really been able to practice 3 days in a row and just get a little bit of feel going and comfort. So I thought that was good for us. And then RJ, it was good to see him get going too, and play with some confidence and play at that point in the guard. And we told him what he would, and he did. And I thought he let things come to him and did a good job. So pretty good all-around performance. Sean was great. Felt that should have played him more in that. I should have said some in the last game. I told him that after the game. He gives us some good things, energy, spacing on the floor. He's not really hunting shots as much as maybe some of the other guys, and but also has to be guarded because he can shoot it. So just need him to come up with deflections, be a good defender for us, and I thought he did that today. So and then I thought Omni did a good job too as well in the post. He gives us that second threat to score in the post, and that's a rare luxury at this level.
Coach, is there any chance that Robinson's going to miss extended time?
I don't know. I mean, we'll see how he feels tomorrow. Based on the improvement, it was severely swollen on after the game on Wednesday, and so based on the improvement, we'll see. We anticipate him being better. Let's just say it's going in the right direction, but it kind of caught us off guard. We didn't know that how severe it was based on what he had said during the game and then after the game, but. He was obviously playing with a limp and on Wednesday, so we'll see going forward.
He had X-rays on.
Yeah. There's nothing there. It's a bone bruise, and it's severe swelling, but it's down. I looked at it today. There was the doctors have looked at it. They've seen improvement over the 3 days, and I think they were surprised at how severe the swelling was based on him continuing to play on Wednesday.
Did he come to you or the coaches and say he couldn't go, or that his foot was more injury, or did he thought perhaps?
I don't get when Wednesday or
today? After Wednesday.
I think he was surprised by how adrenaline game and but then we saw some things where he was limping around and not playing on it. So I think maybe oftentimes there's more pain after the game. So I think that was one of those cases. Swelling probably kicked in immediately thereafter. I don't know. To be honest, I don't think it was as swollen on the Wednesday night. Thursday morning it was.
Sean played 24 minutes tonight for you, Coach. Did you expect to play him that many minutes?
Yeah, well, I mean, with our numbers, that was what we thought. So maybe a little bit more. I thought we could have got Desmond maybe more minutes, but based on how the game was going, he got the early foul, so we had Sean in there. And then maybe I could have put him in at the end to get him some more minutes, but it was good to get Sean in there and playing, and he was doing some good things. So, we're an interesting situation. You with having just 11 guys, you got to have almost some starters out there with a significant lead, and you can't play the guys all the last 20 minutes. Your guys because they can't go the whole 20 minutes. You got Kenrich is in there kind of 8 minutes, 7 minutes left in the game. Sean is can't play him 40 minutes or 30 long, high 30s. You got to get him about 25 given this condition.
These guys played Omaha played Louisville pretty tough.
Yeah.
Last time out, how impressed were you with your
Well,
defense tonight?
I was, and to the degree we did some things, and I kind of broke down at the end. They ended up shooting 51%. We gave up too many layups, and a lot of it happened in the second half where they shot 56%. So, the point I made to our team afterwards was you can see when the level of intensity declines a little bit when you have a 40-point lead, 42-point lead, and they must have hit, I'd say 65% of the shots down the last 5 minutes or so. So you can see what happens when that occurs, and hopefully we can learn that little, the hard aggressive hedge we didn't have at the end, the ball pressure on the ball we didn't have at the end, and that's where layups occur. So. That's what we've got to cut down. But for the most part, first half it was pretty good, even though they shot 45%, but they didn't have a lot of shots. And again, we had some turnovers that lead to baskets, which is the thing we have got to cut down. Still, I would hope that we would have had 2 less turnovers. We want to be at 10. We ended up with 12.
How much of an impact did pressing and playing like 3/4 court, half court trap have on defensive intensity?
Well, I think it was good. I mean, we just got to keep getting better at it. I don't feel like we're good. We adjusted some guys. We got some a little bit better length deflections while we did that. So I think that's good for us. But we're trying to get better at it and not give up baskets at the back end. But most importantly, use some clock, get an occasional turnover. But not give them any advantage on the back end. So for the most part, we did. One time, we had a couple breakdowns, but sometimes things will happen.
You talk about not giving up turnovers. On your end, your players forced a lot of turnovers and took advantage of them turning into points. How impressed were you with that?
Well, we want to get more turnovers. We feel like with our field goal percentage defense, our goal is 40. That's a hard goal to reach. I don't know if we're a team that can get that. So, because we don't have maybe the size and length and size that necessary in the way the game's going now, and with fouls and how the game's called. So, getting a few more deflections and turnovers is something that will help our defense. In addition, can really help your offense too as well. So, we've emphasized that we're charting them. We're putting a real, much bigger emphasis than I've ever put on them as a coach. And, I've always believed whatever you emphasize, you certainly are good at. You can't emphasize everything because it would be an emphasis, but that's something we're really trying to get more of. And for the most part, we're getting a little better at it. And we've started it like the last couple of games with even more emphasis. So hopefully it continues.
Anything else?
Thank you all for coming. I thought the crowd was great. I thought our students, and I was surprised how many we had given Thanksgiving weekend and break starting up on Wednesday. But we'll be off tomorrow. Our kids will be in class and before we break. But we'll go to Florida on Wednesday, so for Friday's game. So thank you for being here tonight, and big weekend for the Frogs. Friday football, Friday basketball. Thank you.